ground like this flat on my back.
A retired mailman says he was attacked in his own backyard. Gordon Mitchum is suing the City of Indianapolis and could get a settlement check courtesy of taxpayers. Call 6 Investigates' Kara Kenny has been digging into what's being done to prevent incidents like these from happening in the first place.
It was May 31st, 2018. Gordon Mitchum says he was in his east side backyard minding his own business. IMPD officers were looking for carjacking suspects.
The police car went by real fast. I went to see who it was.
The retired postal worker heard a rustling and then
He pulled me out of the chair, and that's where I ended up, down here on the ground. I was on the ground like this, flat on my back.
An IMPD K9 bit his leg.
I was just hoping I wouldn't pass out.
Gordon says he was terrified.
I said, oh, Jesus, he grabbed my leg, and they just latched onto it and just held onto it.
He filed this lawsuit June 7th of this year, alleging excessive force and that IMPD was negligent in failing to train its canines.
These dogs are out of control. Here we have a completely innocent man violated by the police who are supposed to protect us. Quite frankly, IMPD can't control their dogs. This happens over and over and over again.
Attorney John Little's firm also represented Mara Mancini. She received $90,000 from taxpayers. She sued IMPD after she was attacked and bit by an IMPD K9.
Is a lawsuit usually a last resort?
I mean, in Indiana, it's your only option.
Gordon's case is still pending, so no settlement just yet. But Call 6 Investigates found the city has paid out 180 settlements since January 2018, payouts totaling more than $6 million. Call 6 Investigates found IMPD has more settlements than any other city agency. They account for a third of all settlements, $3.7 million paid out. They're the largest city agency, and police payouts are the most costly to taxpayers. Among the top complaints that led to settlements, police shootings where people were injured or killed, excessive force allegations, and car crashes involving IMPD cruisers.
The city is spending millions of dollars on these settlements. Do you think it's a good use of taxpayer money?
I think it's a necessary use. I think it's necessary because of the way we function and the difficult things that our officers do.
The chief says they look at what the department could have done differently and says IMPD does internal investigations as needed to make sure proper procedures are followed and make changes accordingly to prevent future incidents like canine bites.
Sometimes those things happen, but I think it's important that we recognize that. What are those damages? We make that right.
The chief says they're always looking for ways to improve, whether they're sued or not.
We're an agency that serves the citizens of Indianapolis, and I think that's the expectation of us.
Mayor Joe Hogsett emphasizes just because the city reaches a settlement does not mean they're admitting fault, but rather it's a way to avoid costly litigation and big jury awards.
Are there any types of settlements that concern you more than others?
Well, ones that are too high are always a concern.
What do you say to people that say the city is paying out this money because of mistakes and missteps?
It's rarely intentional in nature. If a mistake has been made, and if it is likely that a city worker is at fault, we take that very seriously.
IMPD does not comment on pending litigation, including what happened to Gordon.
I wasn't doing anything wrong, I'm in my own backyard.
Gordon says he's an example of someone who deserves money for what happened to him.
And sometimes my ankle hurts me down there where I can't hardly wear my shoe. Yeah.
He still has pain and numbness in his leg more than a year after the canine bit him. Gordon hopes to fully recover so he can go back to enjoying his retirement and his porch. Kara Kenny, RTV6.
And Mayor Hogsett tells RTV6 they've improved training for police officers, including implicit bias and active shooter. His office says they've had a 43% reduction in litigation expenses. That's comparing Hogsett's first 3 years in office to 2011 through 2015. Hogsett says people should think twice if they're thinking about suing the city to make a quick buck. So make sure your claim has merit before you consider launching a complaint. And right now online, this Indianapolis man was hit by an IndyGo bus while crossing the street. His settlement is just one of many where millions of your tax dollars are being spent. You can see the entire video inside and outside of the IndyGo bus on the RTV6 app and our website, theindychannel.com. There you can also find what Call 6 uncovered about your tax money going straight to the pockets of prisoners behind bars. We are also streaming this entire story right now on all your favorite devices. Go to the RTV6 channel and watch this story.